So, in this video, we're focused on 6 of the best corded hammer drills across different budgets and use cases. From lightweight DIY options to heavy-duty SDS rotary hammers built to chew through concrete, tile, and demolition work. Some delivered shocking performance for the price. Others had compromises that buyers absolutely need to know before spending money. The goal here was simple. Find out which hammer drills are actually worth buying in real-world conditions. Let's break down each model and see which one deserves a spot in your tool collection. Some of these are perfect for homeowners doing occasional repairs. Others are built for renovation projects, demolition, and serious remodeling. But only a few truly balance power, comfort, reliability, and value. Starting off at number 6 is the Bosch 119-1 VSRK, and this drill feels like the definition of practical reliability. It's not trying to be a giant demolition monster. It's not oversized, it's not flashy. Instead, Bosch focused on making a compact corded hammer drill that feels controlled, balanced, and dependable for everyday work. The first thing noticeable during use is how light this thing feels. At just over 4 pounds, it's surprisingly easy to maneuver overhead or against vertical surfaces. That matters more than people think. A heavy drill sounds powerful in theory, but after 20 minutes of drilling anchor holes into brick walls, arm fatigue becomes very real. The 7-amp motor performs better than expected, too. Brick walls, mortar, soft concrete, and wood framing are no problem at all. The dual hammer and drill mode switch also makes the tool versatile for mixed projects around the house or workshop. But here's the catch. This isn't a concrete monster. Push it into thick reinforced slabs or large diameter masonry drilling, and the limitations show up quickly. The motor starts working harder, heat builds up, and progress slows compared to stronger rotary hammer systems. Still, compared to similarly priced competitors, the Bosch feels smoother and more refined. The trigger control is excellent, vibration stays manageable, and the overall construction feels durable thanks to the ball-bearing design. The keyed chuck may annoy some buyers, though. Bit swaps are slower compared to keyless systems, especially during fast-paced projects. But for homeowners, maintenance crews, or light contractors who need a reliable corded hammer drill for regular use without carrying a massive demolition tool all day, this Bosch remains an incredibly smart buy. At number 5 is the DESHUO 1-inch SDS-Plus rotary hammer drill. And honestly, this one feels like a budget tool that accidentally wandered into heavy-duty territory. The moment the SDS-Plus chuck system locks into place, this already feels more serious than a standard hammer drill. And once the 9-amp motor starts hammering into concrete, the difference becomes obvious. This tool hits harder, drills faster, and handles tougher materials with far less effort than entry-level consumer drills. What makes it especially interesting is the 4-function setup: standard drilling, hammer drilling, chiseling, and chisel adjustment. That versatility completely changes what this tool can do. Suddenly, it's not just for drilling holes anymore. Tile removal, bathroom demolition, breaking stubborn mortar, and concrete chipping all become possible. And the safety clutch deserves real credit here. If the bit binds against rebar or dense stone, the clutch disengages fast enough to stop the drill from violently twisting your wrist. That's a feature many casual buyers underestimate until the first dangerous bind-up happens. But there's definitely a trade-off. During longer sessions, vibration becomes noticeable. Premium rotary hammers from brands like Bosch or Makita still feel smoother and more refined. The DESHUO also generates more heat during sustained heavy work. Then there's long-term reliability. Since this is a budget-oriented brand, replacement parts and service support may not match established manufacturers. Still, considering the included drill bits, chisels, carrying case, and genuine rotary hammer performance, the value here is honestly hard to ignore. For homeowners tackling renovations without spending professional-level money, this thing punches way above expectations. Coming in at number 4 is the BLACK+DECKER BEHD 201. And this is probably the easiest drill on this list to recommend for casual homeowners. Not because it's the most powerful, it's definitely not, but because it removes a lot of intimidation from masonry drilling. Some hammer drills feel overly industrial, bulky, or complicated for beginners. This one feels approachable. The lightweight design immediately stands out. Carrying it around the house, climbing ladders, or drilling overhead feels easy compared to heavier SDS rotary systems. And for simple jobs like mounting shelves into brick, installing anchors in masonry, or drilling through pavers, it handles the work surprisingly well. The keyless chuck is another major advantage here. Faster bit swaps sound like a small thing, until you're constantly changing between wood, masonry, and metal bits during projects. Not needing a chuck key genuinely improves workflow, but this drill absolutely has limitations. The lack of refined speed control makes delicate starts harder on slippery surfaces, and the plastic-heavy construction definitely reminds users this is a budget-friendly homeowner tool, not something designed for brutal commercial job sites. Here's where buyers make mistakes, though. Some people expect a lightweight budget hammer drill to perform like a professional rotary hammer. That's unrealistic. This tool is built for occasional projects, home maintenance, and DIY repairs. Compared to something like the SKIL HD-182-001, the BLACK+DECKER feels less powerful and less precise overall, but it's also easier on the wallet and simpler for beginners to use confidently. So, for casual users who only need masonry capability a few times a year, this drill honestly makes a lot of sense. At number 3 is the DEKOPRO 1 1/4 inch SDS-Plus rotary hammer drill. And this thing enters an entirely different category of destruction. This isn't just a hammer drill anymore, this is a serious, demolition-oriented rotary hammer designed to attack concrete, tile, masonry, and heavy renovation projects without mercy. The 12.5 amp motor delivers aggressive impact force that standard hammer drills simply cannot replicate. Thick, cured concrete, stubborn tile flooring, and masonry blocks become dramatically easier to handle. And once again, the four-function system massively increases versatility. Drill mode, hammer drill mode, chisel positioning, and demolition hammer mode allow this tool to shift between precision drilling and brute force removal work fast. One of the biggest surprises here is the vibration control. Usually, budget-heavy rotary hammers feel brutally harsh after extended use. But DEKOPRO actually did a respectable job reducing hand fatigue through the auxiliary handle and dampening system. Now the downside, this thing is heavy. Really heavy. After extended overhead drilling or vertical wall work, fatigue becomes unavoidable. That nearly 12-pound weight starts feeling serious very quickly. And the short power cord gets annoying on larger job sites where extension cords become mandatory. There's also maintenance involved. Buyers often forget rotary hammers require periodic lubrication checks to keep the impact system healthy long-term. But in pure performance per dollar terms, this tool is honestly impressive. Compared to lighter consumer hammer drills, the difference in concrete drilling speed feels dramatic. This is the kind of tool that makes sense for property renovations, garage remodels, tile demolition, and serious DIY construction projects where standard drills simply stop being enough. At number 2 is the SKIL HD-182-001, and this might actually be the sweet spot for most homeowners watching this video, because it balances power, control, affordability, and practicality better than almost anything else here. The 7.5 amp motor gives this drill noticeably stronger performance than entry-level models. Concrete anchors, framing work, brick drilling, and mixed material projects all feel manageable without stepping into oversized rotary hammer territory. But the real standout feature is the trigger control. The two-finger variable speed trigger gives excellent precision during starts, especially on slick tile, metal, or hard surfaces where cheap drills tend to skate around before biting. That level of control matters more than raw power for many users. The keyed chuck also deserves some respect here. Yes, keyless chucks are more convenient, but when drilling aggressively into masonry, keyed systems usually hold bits more securely with less slipping under vibration. Still, there are compromises. At over 5 pounds, it's noticeably heavier than lightweight homeowner drills like the BLACK+DECKER. And the lack of included accessories means buyers will probably spend extra money on bits and depth guides separately. But compared to cheaper hammer drills, the SKIL feels more stable, more controlled, and more capable overall. It's powerful enough for serious home projects without crossing into overly bulky demolition tool territory. And honestly, this is where many buyers should stop. Because unless someone regularly drills concrete or performs demolition work, stepping up to giant SDS rotary systems may simply be unnecessary. But number one earned its position for a completely different reason. Taking the top spot is the DEKOPRO 6-amp 1/2-inch hammer drill, and this ranking will probably surprise some people. Because no, this isn't the strongest drill here, not even close, but value matters. Real-world practicality matters. And for the price, this thing delivers an incredible entry point into hammer drilling. For casual homeowners, renters, apartment maintenance, and occasional DIY projects, the included 12-piece bit kit immediately adds convenience. No extra shopping, no hunting for compatible accessories. Just open the case and start working. The lightweight design also makes this drill extremely approachable. Beginners often struggle with oversized rotary hammers because of weight, vibration, and aggressive torque reactions. This DEKOPRO feels manageable and easy to control. And for basic tasks like drilling into brick, mounting wall hardware, installing shelving, or working through softwood, it performs perfectly adequately. Now, obviously, there are limitations. Dense poured concrete pushes this drill to its limits quickly. The 6-amp motor lacks the brute force penetration of stronger competitors, and prolonged heavy use generates noticeable heat buildup. The plastic-heavy housing also doesn't inspire confidence for harsh job site abuse. But here's what makes this drill stand out. Buyer psychology. A huge percentage of people searching for a hammer drill are not contractors. They're homeowners needing occasional masonry capability without spending hundreds of dollars on professional equipment they may barely use. And for that audience, this DEKOPRO absolutely delivers. It's affordable, functional, lightweight, and beginner-friendly, while still offering real hammer drill capability. Now, before choosing one of these drills, there's something important buyers need to think about. Most people focus entirely on motor power, but that's actually the wrong starting point. The real question is how often the drill will actually be used. Because if the job is occasional shelf mounting or anchor installation, buying a giant 12-pound rotary hammer becomes overkill fast. On the other hand, trying to renovate bathrooms or drill repeated concrete anchors with a tiny lightweight drill quickly turns frustrating. And this is exactly where buyers waste money, either overspending on industrial tools they barely touch, or underbuying and ending up with weak drills that struggle constantly. So here's the breakdown. For casual DIY homeowners, the BLACK+DECKER and DEKOPRO 6-amp models offer excellent entry-level value. For balanced all-around performance, the SKIL HD 182001 probably makes the most sense for most people. For serious renovation, demolition, and concrete work, the DESHUO and larger DEKOPRO SDS rotary hammers become dramatically more capable. And for users wanting lightweight refinement with dependable everyday performance, the Bosch remains one of the safest long-term buys in the category. At the end of the day, the best hammer drill isn't necessarily the most powerful one. It's the one that matches the type of work actually being done. So if any of these hammer drills caught attention, check the links in the description for updated pricing, bundle deals, and availability. Some of these kits change prices constantly, especially the rotary hammer packages with included bits and chisels. And if this video helped narrow down the right tool, don't forget to subscribe because more high-performance tool comparisons are coming soon.